Did you guys know that 1.5 billion people watched the 2022 World Cup final where France would take on Argentina? Soccer is the most viewed sport globally, and for good reason. Some things that these players can do on the pitch are simply amazing. Hi, my name is Hudson Miles. I'm a second-year member of the Ball State Club soccer team and team captain, and today I'm going to show you how to take a proper goal kick. Let's do it. Alright, so for step one of taking a proper goal kick, I want to make sure I set the ball up on my 6-yard box, which is this line right here, in a good spot and in an area where there's no patchy grass. I want it to be nice and smooth, because if I do set it up on an area where there's patchy grass, that's going to mess up my contact with the ball and lead to me shanking it one way or the other and the ball not going where I want to go. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up right now and find a good part of the grass. Alright, and for this case, right there should be perfect. Alright, so for step two of taking a proper goal kick, I'm going to want to make sure I'm positioned properly to take my kick. So I normally do 6 steps back from the ball and 2 steps to my left since I'm kicking with my right foot. And I do 6 steps back just so I have enough of a run up to get power on it. And I do my 2 steps to my left so I can come at it from an angle. So I can come at it from over here instead of straight on, which will allow me to set my plant foot and get a good strike on the ball. Alright, so step number 3 is going to be my run up and my plant foot. I'm going to want to make sure I perfect these because these are both very important steps in setting that goal kick far like you want to. So first of all, it's going to be my run up. My run up, I want to make sure I'm taking big steps. The biggest thing I see happen on run ups is sort of a stutter step thing. So you get caught like this and it kills your power. So you want to take big steps when you're running to kick that ball. Now my other thing is my plant foot. My plant foot is going to be my left foot since I'm kicking with my right leg, but if you were kicking with your left leg, your plant foot would be your right leg. So I'm going to want to keep my plant foot straight when I plan to kick the ball, and I don't want my plant foot to be either side like this or like this, because that's going to lead the ball to go to either side. So I just want to make sure I have that, and I want to make sure I don't place my plant foot too far or too close from the ball, as that's going to lead to a potential slip and you just shanking the ball. So I'll go ahead and show you guys with the ball right now. Now we go on to step 4, which is the fun part, making contact with the ball. Now, when I make contact with the ball, I want to make sure I do it with the right part of my foot, otherwise the goal kick is not going to be very good. So what I want to do is I want to make sure I make contact with my laces. So this is up top right here. If you make contact on the side, your toe, outside of your foot, it's not going to be very good. So you want to make contact with your laces. And another important thing is I want to strike the lower third of the ball. So if we split the ball into thirds, I want to strike it maybe below this line, and that's going to allow me to get that lift that I want on my goal kick. So I'll go ahead and hit one for you guys and show you how to hit it with your laces and strike the lower third of the ball. Alright, so my final step of hitting a good goal kick is going to be my follow through. So I want to make sure I strike through the ball. When I kick the ball, I want my toes pointed down, hit it with my laces, but I'm going to want to follow through the ball and keep going after it. If I just stopped right here after I kick the ball, it's not going to go very far. And you don't want that to happen. You want to strike through the ball. So I'll hit one more and just focus on my follow through, the way I strike through the ball and keep going even after I make contact. I want you guys to remember to place the ball on a good surface, get a good starting point, get a good run up, get a good plant foot, make good contact with the ball with your laces. You want to point your toe down, and I want you guys to follow through when you do the kick, and that should be the steps you need to take a proper goal kick. Now another note, I know most of you guys in the class probably aren't soccer players and probably don't want to go to the park and hit ball after ball after ball, and that's okay. The thing is, you can apply it in other scenarios. Say you're just kicking around in the park with your friends, you guys can use the exact same technique. Just make sure you get your laces under it and you follow through. You don't have to do the run up and everything if you're passing around with your friends and not trying to get the distance on it, but maybe you can impress some friends at a cookout or kick around with your friends in the park. I hope you guys learned something today, and I only have one more thing for you. Boom!